Give the call to the member for Barker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Can the Prime Minister confirm Australia has a core inflation rate higher than the US, the UK and the Euro area?
Order. Far too much noise on my right. Give the call. Order. The member for Fenner and the Minister for Home Affairs. Give the call to the Prime Minister.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. I'm asked about Australia's economic performance in comparison to other countries. Is that not the question? Is that not the question?
Order.
Is that not the question?
Prime Minister will continue.
And it's quite good because I was with Prime Minister Sunak just yesterday, and Prime Minister Sunak of the Conservative Party was saying to me how well Australia's going with our better inflation figures, with our better performance when it comes to jobs growth, with our better performance when it comes to, of course, our budget surplus as well. And indeed, if you look at the G7 countries and how we're going, Mr Speaker, our GDP growth of 2.7%.
Order. I want to hear from the Manager of Opposition Business.
Well, Mr Speaker, on relevance, a very tight question. Can the Prime Minister confirm Australia has a core inflation rate higher than the US, the UK and the Euro area? Core inflation, not GDP, not waffle, very specific. If he doesn't know the answer, he should sit down.
Order. The Prime Minister is 1 minute in. He is talking about international economic indicators, and I'll listen to him carefully. He's got 2 minutes to answer the question, and he is being relevant at this stage. If he strays, I'll make sure he continues to follow the right course of action. I'll give him the call.
No, they're not aware that issues like GDP and employment and all those issues are relevant for inflation. And what I know is this also, is that the highest inflation rate this century for any quarter is on their watch. The March 2022 quarter. And what their response was to pour money into the economy as a result of a budget that did not have a single dollar of savings, not $1. When you look at our comparison with the G7, our GDP growth is the highest, higher than any G7 country: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK or the US.
Order.
Our participation rate on employment at 66.7% is higher than, guess what, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK, US. Our employment growth of 2.9% is, guess what, higher than Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK and US. And indeed, in the first 12 months that this government have held office, we have created, on our watch, more jobs than any government on record. That's our economic record, making a difference. And indeed, the measures such as the measure that we introduced on energy price relief is estimated by the Treasury to put 0.75% downward pressure on inflation, something that they voted against.